Okay, today we're going to learn the halacha of what brocho you make on a pizza. The first one to talk about it is the Bach and the tour. He brings like this: Kosav b'shiltei hagiborim, b'shem godelechem, v'zeh l'shana, da'amolitos ha'ne'efos betanur, she'meleis bosor odogim, some kind of baking goods they used to have that was full of meat or fish, or gvino, or cheese, or mina yerokis, all kind of vegetables. Mavorach alem hamoitzi. The brocho says it's hamoitzi, and he says v'chen nira be'enai ika. The Bach says that looks to me this is the main shita that should be hamoitzi. Why? Shemasuin pasvel lifton, meaning they got together over there with the dough, the food, which is normally a lifton things you would eat. The lapes sapas during the meal also, all those things. If you say hamoitzi on a regular bread, you would eat meat, fish, cheese, all those things, or vegetables. It goes together with the bread usually. He says, I'm sorry, all this wasn't from the Bach quote, the whole thing, and this called, the whole thing is made for kvius, it's not for kinuach as a dessert, it's coming as a kvius suda, as a meal. במולדת שקוראים פשטידו, הנפס בטנור מלאים בוסר או דוגים או גבינה, מברכים עליהם המויצי ושולש ברוכס, meaning ברכס המוזן at the end. Now he said like this, ומביא בסיוסף בסוף סימן זה, וכן פוסק בשולחן אורך. Taki בסיוסף brings the same thing at the end of this chapter, Kuf Samech, and same thing he paskin in the Shulchan Aruch, however, is very brief, the Bes Yosef, and that's why there's a place to argue on his opinion, which is I'm going to now go to Shulchan Aruch and say the two other poskim, the Magen and the Taz, how they learn Pshat and Shulchan Aruch. That's what he writes in the end of this chapter. See if Yud Zayin, the Mechaber writes like this: Pashtido, an efes betanur. Now, what's Pashtido? It says, bebosor or bedogim or begvino. That means somebody was they filled the dough. One of those things, either meat, fish, or cheese. So that's all what the Mechaber is saying over here. Now comes the Mogen Avram and he says that's very important. The kud over here. Anything similar, meaning similar, the things that don't come as a dessert, but that come as what you would eat in a meal with the meat. He says, "V'afilu lokova olav." The Mogen Avram adds over here something. He says, even you have no kviyus suda. The lotion of the Bach was the kviyus suda. He says, no, even you eat very little. You're going to eat something which is not kviyus suda. You're not saveya. You take a piece of this pashtido, or a piece of, we're going to convert all this, translate this halacha to pizza. Pizza also, it's a dough, and what you have on it, things that cheese, you would eat during the meal cheese. Tomato sauce, you could eat during the meal tomato sauce. So Meila, according to the Mogen Avram, the way he learns Pshat in the Mechaber, even lokova suuda aleim, even you eat less than k'vdei svia, you're going to say hamoitzi on them. Then he says like this. The hanu lo mevatle toras lechem. They don't come normally when you put sweeteners that could mevatel toras lechem, going to convert it to mezonos. Those products, like we said, meat, fish, and they're not mevatel toras lechem. The atzmon mozen, because they are mozen. They come together usually with the bread. Okay. Then he brings another opinion, and a little bit now, so far I was certain. Pizza or anything you make, anything that all the fillings in the dough, it's things that you would eat during the Suda, it's a b'diya hamoitzi, even there's no kviyus Suda. Then there's tzorichim, the Betanya, kosav, alov, dafka kshekova, sudose olov. Mashma only when you eat shiur kviyus Suda, mashma less than that. Again, I'm not going to go to the whole thing. He's still more noite the Mogen Avram to say on a moitzi even without kviyus suda. However, here is the kav zchus. Those people which is make mezonos on it, they have the Taz to rely on. The Taz saying he learns not that he's choilek on the Mechaber. He's saying pshat in the Mechaber. What the Mechaber says that those foods you say hamoitzi if it's filled the dough with meat or cheese or or fish, the Taz says it's only if you eat shiur kvius suda. Less than that, he says, that would be mezonos. If somebody wants to look exactly, but that's basically, so that's one kav zchus that people would say mezonos. Now, even you're going to say, it became by some people a style. They need one posek to say what they want to do, and then they mevatel all the other posek. The rules and the regulation, the rabbim saying, like the Magen Avraham, like the Bach, that even you eat without kvius, you're going to say on it hamoitzi, and that's also how the Mishnah Brura brings. However, even you're going to go with the shita of the Taz, that this is mezonos. The Taz also says if you eat kvius suda, it's a moitzi. That's how we learn pshat in the mechaber. So most people, when they eat pizza, they eat shiur. That's usually for them either it's breakfast, supper, or lunch. That's their meal. That they eat kvius, the shiur also. We didn't do that yet. We're going to do one of the shiurim. What's the shiur of kvius suda exactly? There are many opinions, but whatever it is, if it's your meal, and you survey, you definitely mitzad the ounces of 2 or 3 pieces of pizza, you have plenty according to all the shiurim, and you survey and that's your meal, then it's a moitzi and it's birkas hamazon. So memele, the way it looks, pizza almost lekule alma kimat, especially if you kaveh suda, it's a moitzi for sure. Now here is the loshon of the Mishnah Brura. He says, "Mavarech alam hamoitzi." The halacha we just learned. He says, "Hainu afilu b'delo kova alayu." That's exactly what the Magen Avraham says. Even you can eat a piece of pizza without, you just get a little piece. You're not doing a whole full meal. He says, doesn't make a difference. That's hamoitzi. V'lo domi lepasa bo bekisnin. The lo mavarech alam hamoitzi. Regular cake, pasa bo bekisnin. You don't say hamoitzi. He says it's not similar to them. Over there, but the look of alayu, but by the cake, if you're not with kvius suda, you're going to say mezonos. Over here, it says you're going to say hamoitzi. The shona awesome then asuna lekinuach suda lemasika. Other cakes and cookies, it's made for dessert. Sweet, it's a sweet product. This is mashenken pashtida shemamula bebosor derech leochlam lereovan. What you put in the pashtida, when you put in those filling of the dough, whether it's meat or fish, you're usually doing it, it's not a dessert for you, you're doing it as a su'uda to conquer your hunger. There's no difference whether it's on the dough, the whole thing like a pizza, or you have a piece of bread and then you're eating a cheese with it. It's the same thing. That's how he explains. So according to this, according to Mishnah Berurah, he paskened at the beginning of the Magen Avraham, before the Tzorich of the Magen Avraham, that's even you're eating not kashiur, just a little bit, you're going to say hamoitzi. Then the footnote they bring of you from the sheet of the Alter Rebbe. In one place, the Alter Rebbe wrote exactly what the Mishnah Berurah writes, and the other place he writes, you want to be machmir, to be choshesh to the other shita, so wash before. It doesn't tell you to do mezon. It just tell you somebody is not sure if he's in kvius suda, maybe it's not, maybe choshesh to the shita of the tas. So wash before, say hamoitzi on the bread, and then eat this. So the pashtus comes out that the pizza today, 99% of cases, and even you're going to say that's what talking about the pizza, that the dough tastes like a bread. But even you can say there's some pizzas they put a ton of sugar, it becomes sweet. Yeah. First of all, even if, let's say over there, we already spoke about it yesterday, you have to mamash feel the time of the sweetener over there. Even according to the Besios of the makel on it, you have to feel the time of the sweetener. But over there also, if you eat kvius suda, it doesn't make a difference if the dough is very sugary. If you eat a kvius, that's your meal. You have to wash and hamoitzi and then birkas hamazon.